If you want to create crowd scenes with animated characters, whether they are walking, running, doing their daily tasks, or maybe you need crazy zombie hordes, or even swarms of insects, birds or fish, then you are in the right place, because today I've got you some Blender add-ons that can do all of that. Before we continue, I wanted to let you know guys that the Blender market is having right now a huge summer sale with 25% discount on add-ons, courses, shaders, you name it. So to take advantage of this opportunity, I prepared for you guys a list of the best Blender add-ons and courses, and you will find all the necessary links in the description down below. So without further ado, let's jump right in. We're gonna start with this new crowd simulation add-on called Population from Production, which allows you to use varied sets of characters, animations, textures, and other stuff. Right off the bat, this add-on comes with 48 3D photo scan characters that can be used for different projects, so naturally they are divided into categories that allow you to try different things. For example, we have casual, business, and sport. So as you can see, there are different characters for different situations and different animations as well. The great thing is that you're not limited to the initial textures or the shaders that the add-on provides, because you have access to a smart shader, which allows you to create different variations of the same character. In addition to that, you have up to 8K PBR textures, which include diffuse, normals, roughness, ambient occlusion, and most importantly, subsurface scattering, which makes characters look realistic. And if you're concerned about performance, the add-on comes with high quality and low quality characters, so you can work comfortably depending on your settings and the hardware power you have. When it comes to animations, they are created using motion capture, with more than 50 unique movements. But what I think a lot of you guys are interested in is of course crowd animations and simulations. From what I can see, the Population add-on offers a diverse range of options, whether you want your crowd to move in a certain direction, follow a curve, gather in certain areas on the surface, or form a grid or whatever. Furthermore, you can customize your crowd inside a stadium and control their positions according to your needs, whether they are standing, sitting, moving, or something else. We also have Procedural Crowds, which is probably the most popular add-on for creating crowds right now. In fact, it has been the top-selling Blender add-on for a while. So basically, Procedural Crowds allows you to create crowd simulations by choosing between 6 different crowd types, and each type comes with its own preferences and settings. The first crowd type is called Audience, and here you can add a stack of people at once. The second type of crowds is called Circle, which of course allows you to create a crowd of people around a circle. The third one, make a crowd follow a specific curve that you can draw manually. The fourth one is called March, and here you can create a marching group of people formed as armies in formation, for example. On the other hand, the fifth type allows your crowd to march in random directions or motions. And the last one is called Stadium. You can populate the stadium with fans or audiences. Generally speaking, there are 20 high-quality 3D photo scanned human models, with each model having different color variations and accessories. During these crowd animations or simulations, you also have the ability for the characters to be stand still, walking, or cheering, depending on your needs. Alright, now we have something different. The add-on we're gonna talk about now actually was created several months ago. And even though it is about crowds and stuff, it offers something different, because it comes with different types of characters and animations. The add-on, by the way, is called Horde. So if you want to create zombie scenes or something similar to this on the go, this add-on is gonna save you a lot of time and effort indeed. The best aspects about it are how many assets it includes and how straightforward its user interface is. And with the use of geometry nodes and void particle systems, it gives you the ability to add various controllable human crowds, which includes animated 3D characters, but most importantly, it is very quick and easy to use. Once you install the add-on, you first need to select the type of crowd assets that you want to be instanced on your system. You will find 4 different types, ranging from human professional and human casual to zombie bear and zombie clothed. The next step is to decide how you want the crowd to move, which is done by picking the style of animation you want. So you have a choice of 4 animation types, which are walk, run, or just static crowd. The next step is to select one of the 2 possible system types, either voids or custom advanced geometry nodes. And of course, the last step is to draw manually where you want the crowd to be. Still with the topic of crowd simulation, but now with different kinds of crowds. In fact, it is about creating swarms and hordes of bugs and insects. So it allows you to add a realistic and customizable bugs void particle system to your scene. The birds and insects are beautifully animated and textured. In addition to that, all the assets can work with cycles and Eevee. First and foremost, we have 2 types of swarms that we can generate, and we have flying insects and crawling ones. In the flying section, we used to have only locusts, but with the new update, we also got butterflies, flies, hummingbirds, sparrows, crows, and seagulls. In the crawling section, we have black widows, bird-eating spiders, beetles, and centipedes. You can add all of them at once or select only the ones you need to add to your scene. So you can choose to give a goal to your swarm by ticking the checkbox labeled Add Goal. Doing that will give your swarm of insects or flocks of birds a goal to head to. So for example, you can utilize this to make the bug chase a character in a scene or move from one side to another, because without a goal, the insects or birds will just wander around aimlessly. You can also add a collision object to your scene by choosing one of the 3 buttons, which are plane, cube, or cylinder. However, you can also select your own object in your scene and make it a collision object by hitting the Select Geometry to Collision button at the bottom. We actually made an in-depth video explaining this add-on specifically if you are interested. Similar to Spyderfy, we have the Particle Library add-on, which is a collection of over 50 particle animations packed in one library that we're gonna take a look at right now. First of all, the assets are organized into 8 categories displayed as filters with multiple sections. Each asset comes with its own thumbnail and icon, giving you more information about the particles. You can also find 9 of the textured 3D objects the add-on has to offer, including 7 rigged and animated animals and insects. So you can import them to your scene and use them as particle objects. So the idea behind this is similar to Cinepack, which is to provide artists with customizable and ready-to-use assets that either can be used in your projects directly, or they can be used as a foundation for more complex or custom animations. With that being said, there are 3 types of assets in this library. We have base particle systems with particle objects, and physics simulations. The base particle system types include the abstract, paths, and explosions categories, as well as fire and water animated particles. You can assign the objects from the library presets or even your own objects, which gives you some options. Whereas for the second type of particles with animated objects, you can find realistic bird flocks, fish swarms, mosquito swarms, ambers, sparks, and also weather particles such as rain and snow. And for the physics simulation particles, there are multiple variations of texture papers and bag simulations. The simulated objects include newspapers, plastic bags, bank checks, and sticky notes. And using these few ones only, you can create very cinematic and realistic looking scenes within minutes. I would say the difference between this add-on and the Spyderfy add-on is that the Spyderfy add-on gives you a lot of options when it comes to insects, birds, and stuff, with highly realistic creatures and animals, in addition to being advanced when it comes to generating particles animations, especially for VFX scenes. Whereas the particle library has additional stuff such as fish swarms and weather effects, in addition to environment elements like plastic bags, checks, and stuff that allows you to create different scenes. So there you have it, guys. If you are interested in one of these add-ons, you will find all the necessary links in the description. I hope you guys found this video useful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can also check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.